That was pretty cool. So is this. Well, maybe not this, but anime has the power to bring some of the most creative ideas to life with their storytelling and visuals. But if we took the word fiction and put this teeny little thing before it, would it still be as cool as we think it is? Starting with the shadow clone. Shadow clones are sometimes seen as useless, which is understandable since Naruto has the smallest bag ever, but it would be one of the most practical things in the series to use on a day-to-day basis. It lets you create a perfect copy of yourself, but when you use it, your chakra gets divided between each one. Now that enough would already be good, but that's just the beginning, because unlike normal clones, shadow clones are physically real, so they can copy your clothes, damage, and whatever you're carrying too. In real life, this means you won't have to do anything else in your life. You could just make a clone do it. Like if I had a shadow clone, I wouldn't even be editing this video right now. But here I am putting sound effects and transitions. Second of all, anything the clone learns or experiences comes back to you when it deactivates. You wouldn't be able to make as many as Naruto since he has 9-tailed chakra, but depending on how many you make, you can learn things way faster than you could normally. For example, if you wanted to get better at basketball, you could make one clone to play offense and one clone to play defense against it. And once they get done, you're one step closer to making it to the NBA. So good job. As you can see, this literally has infinite potential since you literally don't have to do anything yourself anymore. You'd be free to do whatever you want in life since you're not obligated to do anything personally. The only bad side is if they take too much damage, they deactivate, but that might not even be a bad thing since when it disappears, you would know exactly what hit it and who it was. With all that being said, I don't know how you can give shadow clones anything less than S tier. Limitless is like a really cool package with a whole bunch of colorful gifts that you can't use because it got dropped on the way to your house. See, without Gojo's 6 eyes, Limitless is almost unusable, which is why I'm going to be including 6 eyes with it or else it wouldn't be interesting. Infinity creates an invisible barrier around you that nothing can pass by creating an infinite space between you and said object. With this, you would literally never be able to be hurt by anything ever again. And no, you wouldn't get Toji'd in real life since there's no object that will be able to pass it. I should add that it's always active unless if you want to turn it off. So right off the bat, we already have physical invulnerability. Up next, we got Curse Technique Blue, which converges space to a point, creating fields of attraction. Now you don't have to use the big bongly ongly 200% version. You could also use it to bring objects to you. I should probably bring up that if you didn't have the 6 eyes, it would deplete all of your curse energy almost instantly. But 6 eyes would let you use almost no curse energy at all, which is why Gojo is the Michael Jordan of sorcerers, or Scottie Pippen for the manga readers. It also comes with short range instantaneous movement, by the way. Just putting that out there. Reversal Technique Red happens by you multiplying negative energy by negative energy to make positive energy, then releasing it to create a repelling force instead of an attracting one. In real life, you could use this to do nothing. What are you using this for? And I'm not even gonna explain this because I don't care who you are, there's absolutely zero reason for you to be using this. Nobody watching this has ops tough enough. You have a reason to send an imaginary massive energy that destroys anything it touches. I'ma just move on. Now I don't know what y'all would use Unlimited Void for, but for me it would go something like this. I think it's safe to say if you stay away from using all the war crime abilities, adding on that you could fly and all the perks from the 6 eyes, it would be an easy S tier. Decay is Shigaraki's quirk from My Hero, and let's just say you would have to be a menace to society to even think about using it. It gives you the ability to destroy anything or anyone your hands touch, making it literally crumble to dust. So like Midas, but like 10 times more depressing. I should note that he also accidentally killed his family as a kid. You know, just putting that out there. I guess if you're a really generational hater, like say Reverse Flash or like Kendrick Lamar or something, you might find a way to use this, but I can't even think of one valid way to use it. Yes, I can. I would disintegrate my phone after seeing one more of those brain rot TikToks. Side note, if you're liking the video so far, you should go join the Discord. You know, silly little anime server. I also preview my new videos, so come get freaky. Freaky. Also, you should subscribe. The Gum Gum fruit gives your body the properties of both rubber and gum. Not gum, I just wanted to make the reference. Essentially making you a rubber human. So now you can stretch, bounce, and bend any way you want, as well as inflating and deflating at will. Like imagine you're playing basketball trying to defend a fast break. You try to go for the block and you get hit with this. Personally, I'd have to box. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't. It would actually be useless because now you're also immune to any blunt force attacks like punches, bullets, and even fall damage. So not only would I get disrespected, he would also eat all my punches with no reaction. And considering crashing out wouldn't help, what would I even do? Well, that's where I gotta start bringing up the weaknesses. The first weakness is that you're now even more vulnerable to cutting and slicing attacks than a normal person. So if I were you, I would be real careful not to get episode 110. But all jokes aside, even a paper cut would go deeper than usual in real life terms. The second second is the one everybody knows. With every devil fruit, you lose the ability to swim because water weakens you to the point where you can't even move. But this isn't One Piece, so there's no air bubbles you can use in real life. Like even a 5-foot pool, if you go fully under, it's GG. The last one is that it takes years to learn how to control it, as we can see with Kid Luffy. To be honest, those aren't really that bad compared to a lot of other anime powers. But I should also bring up that every organ and bone inside your body also follows the rubber rule, which is why Luffy can eat basically unlimited food since his stomach literally stretches to fit all of it. I think this would definitely be the most fun power to have. Like I just imagine myself bouncing around walls and stuff and like swinging the roofs and stuff. Like it would be so cool. Plus you could like stretch your arm out and like reach stuff from really far away. You could cheat in every sport, and you could finally stop lying about being 6 foot by stretching your legs. B tier. On paper, return by death is one of the most OP things ever. I mean, you literally can't die and you can just respawn from the last checkpoint of your life. But even though you can respawn, it still wouldn't make life a game. Life isn't Subway Surfers. Just like Subaru, you would feel the shock of death every time, as well as every single ounce of pain. With that being said, the usefulness of this really depends on how you live, because unlike most of the other powers that you could use at any time, this one you can't. Some people in this world put their lives on the line way more than others. There's firefighters that constantly risk their lives running into burning buildings. There's soldiers who fight to death for their country. And then there's me. I sit in my room and make anime videos. Me personally, even if I knew I had it, I wouldn't be going out of my way to change anything that happened. And that brings me to another point. We have to understand that Subaru has ops. Like he's really meant to take that risk. You know, the weird girl who for some reason likes stomachs, the witch cult, a really big cat, really hungry rabbit. Like he's really like that. But most of us aren't. If we had something in our lives we wanted to change, you can't just tell someone to end it for you like Subaru can. The one who would have to be doing it is yourself. And to add on to this, you also can't tell anyone about return by death, because if you ever try to, yeah, just don't try to. In conclusion, being basically immortal sounds cool, but is it really? Honestly, I don't know. So I'm gonna let you guys decide in the comments. Alright, next up we have the Colossal Titan. This gives you the ability to transform into a 60-meter being that constantly emits, I'm sorry, what are you doing with the Titan, bro? What? Someone please tell me, because I can't think of one scenario of you doing anything whatsoever. Realistically, this is what's happening. You're living life or whatever, right? You bite your hand, you turn into a Titan, boom, whatever. About 10 seconds in, you're instantly getting reported to the police. Ah, I just saw a giant monster. Is she bugging? I think she's bugging. And immediately you're getting blicked down by the US government and becoming a test subject for the rest of your life. If you honestly think there's any other way this situation's going, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. GG's. X tier. Okay, next up we got Paris. Rules from Tokyo. Alright. Gold Experience Requiem works. Gold Experience Requiem works exactly like you just saw. Anything that happens, you can just stop it from becoming real by reverting it to a state of 0. It's kind of complicated, but basically you could just control Z anything you don't like. And the show shows a demonstration of what happens, but in real life it would just happen. It also has enhanced strength from the first version of it. The normal version really is around the strength of a normal person, so about 3 times stronger than me. The main ability though is to give life. If Gold Experience puts life energy into something, you can choose what living organism you want it to be. An animal, a tree, anything. The strong independent women are gonna have a fun time with this. You could also use those non-living items and turn them into living parts to heal yourself. Next we have Life Shot, which might actually be useful since it doesn't just unalive you off the bat. If Gold Experience hits somebody with life energy, it can accelerate their thought process and make them feel the pain for much longer time without even killing them. And if that wasn't enough, it also has reanimation jutsu. Now I don't know who y'all would bring back, but me personally, I'm bringing back Prime Team USA. No, not that Team USA. I'm talking about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, and my underground goat Harriet Tubman. Obviously S tier. 5,000 likes and y'all get part 2.